Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Melanie, this is Bhavana Yoga, and today I have an hour-long yoga for us. This yoga I've decided to leave unscripted. I'm going to do what feels good and you can follow along. So go ahead and let go of any need to know what's happening. This is a all levels flow. If anything doesn't work in your body, you're welcome to just skip it or modify. You can always take child's pose. So let's go ahead and get started with a little bit of breathing and awareness first, just for a moment. Finding a tall spine. Reach the crown of the head up towards the sky as you send the sitting bones into the earth. Kind of shimmy them down. You can take your fingertips behind you, kind of lift up, and then replace the sitting bones. And then reach the chest forward. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Fill the belly and the lungs. Exhale. Last one, together. Inhale deeply down into the belly. Allow the torso to expand 360 degrees. Hold at the top for just a moment. Exhale audibly, releasing. Now let's go ahead and start. So you can start by tilting your right ear towards your right shoulder. Deep breath here. Just observing what's happening in the body today and noticing those places where the breath gets stuck. You're welcome to move the chin slightly forward, take that right ear slightly back, just finding the juiciest spot for you. Couple more breaths here. And on an inhale, find your way back to reaching the crown of the head towards the sky. Inhale deeply here. And exhale to the other side. Keeping it simple and just becoming aware of those stuck places on this other side. So breathing deeply, bringing movement as you like. You can also gently reach towards the other side of the head, but not in a way that is pressing down, more in a way that is lengthening. And then bringing the crown of the head back to center. We're going to take a few circles here, so we'll start tilting to the right. Exhale, down through center. And we'll tilt and roll over to the other side. So breathing deeply here. Breathing into the spaces that need a little more space. Spaciousness. And if you'd like to take full circles, you'll have a few moments to take a couple of those, but only if it feels good in your body. Keep the belly pulling in to support your low back, keep you from slouching. And go the other way. And when you're feeling complete with that, find your way back to crown of the head, reaching towards the sky. Fingertips on the knees. We're going to reach the chest forward, look up. Exhale, round. Bring the shoulder heads forward, bring the chin to the chest. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift the chest. Lift your gaze. Exhale, round. Really bring the belly back to the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. I'm going to speed this up a bit. You can do what works for you. But here's my pace. I'm going to inhale, exhale. And now around here, walk the fingertips forward. And then we're gonna take the right hand outside the right hip, left arm reaching towards that top right corner of your mat, stretching behind the shoulder blade here. Deep breath in. And then take the arm up and over the ear line. If you can, open the chest toward the sky, reach the fingertips away from that left hip. Roll the chest open a little more, and then come back to center. And we'll go to the other side, reaching the fingertips away. Sorry, I forgot this is what happens when we improvise, right? We might forget a little bit, but we'll find our way back to it. So reaching the right fingertips towards that left corner of the mat, rounding, feeling behind the shoulder blade, and then reaching up and over, turning the chest toward the sky. Getting ahead of myself. Breathe. Maybe roll the rib cage open a little more. Reach away from that right sitting bone. And return to center. From here, we're gonna take a couple of twists. So inhale the arms up, and right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Couple of breaths here. Look over that left shoulder if you can. Maybe use the right hand to twist you a little more deeply. Maybe reach that left arm up and over. Active fingertips, finding space in the shoulder, the neck, and then return to your seated. We'll take the arms around and up and exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. And gazing over the right shoulder, maybe using that left hand to twist you a little more deeply. Pull the belly in first and then twist a little more deeply. And then as you're ready, take that right hand up and over. Feel the back releasing here around the rib cage, maybe even the neck and shoulders. And then return to center. From here, we're gonna take fingertips to the front of the shoulders. We're gonna inhale left, exhale right. You can follow me or create your own pace. But we'll start slow and then speed up. Finding a rhythm in the breath. Nose follows the shoulders. And then return to center, palms face up on the knees. Just notice any difference in the mind, in the body. And then from here, we're gonna rotate our torso. So pressing the sitting bones into the earth, reach the chest forward. And then exhale, round chin to chest. So like a cat-cow, but kind of swirling it around. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Find something that feels good here. No wrong or right way. The only wrong way is if it causes you pain. And go the other way. And finding your way back to neutral, tall spine. And we're gonna roll over onto hands and knees. We're gonna find a child's pose. So take your time, take a moment. Your toes can be tucked or untucked. Walk the hands forward, drop the forehead. Take some deep breaths here, swaying space into the hips. Blow back as well, so breathe into these spaces. I've got lots of rocking side to side happening in the hips because mine are pretty tight. On an inhale, look at your fingertips. We're going to walk them over to the left. Maybe place the right hand on top of the left. Drop the forehead. Breathe. Inhale, look up at your fingertips, walk the hands back through center, over to the right. Left hand on top of right, drop the forehead if you can. Reach the hips to the left, the fingertips to the right. And on an inhale, look up, walk the hands back to center, and we're going to crawl up to tabletop. So take a moment, align your tabletop, fingers spread really wide, index or middle finger pointing towards the top of the mat. I've got kind of that space between pointing straight up. And we're going to take cat-cows here, so drop the belly, curl the tailbone, pull the palms towards you. Inhale. Exhale, round. Drop the chin to the chest, belly pulls up to the spine. Inhale. Lift the chin, exhale. Chin to chest. Feel behind your shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, return to neutral center. Spine lengthening, so tailbone reaching toward the heels. Collarbones reaching forward. We'll take the left arm up, reach it up, take a couple breaths here, and then exhale, send that left hand under the right arm, setting the shoulder down. Come onto your right fingertips. Breathe here. Maybe take the right hand to the low back. Maybe inch it all the way over to that left thigh hip crease. If you've got a bind, see if you can use it to open a little more. Soften the left shoulder. One more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, unwrap. Set the right fingertips down. Send the left arm back up. From here, we'll take 2 circles back. Breathing. And then 2 circles forward. And returning to tabletop, notice, align your tabletop. Let's take the right arm up, reach it up, open the shoulder, exhale, send the right arm under the left, set the right temple down. Maybe right away take that left hand to the low back. Just keep sending that left shoulder back, finding your right hip crease if you have it. Breathe. Soften the right shoulder. Keep sending that left shoulder blade back. Feel that stretch in the back body. And on your next inhale, unwrap, unravel. Take those left fingertips down to the floor. Press the right arm open. And then a couple circles back. And a couple circles forward. And return to your tabletop. Take a couple breaths here and really kind of feel into it, pressing every knuckle and finger pad into the mat. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, maybe soften the heels toward the floor. They don't need to touch. We're going to pedal the feet here, warming up our calves. So bring your awareness here, breathe into those spaces where you're feeling this the most. We're going to take a big yawn-like stretch with the right leg up and back. Reach it up. Stretch. Toes point down. Exhale, release it back down Nice and slow with resistance. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, release it back down. Inhale, look at your hands. We're going to roll forward into a plank. If this is too much for you, drop the knees. Chest, chin, and scoop it forward. From here, we'll press back, child's pose. On an inhale, press up to your tabletop. Align, arrange, tuck toes, lift the knees. Press the sitting bones, the hips back. Lengthen the spine. Maybe sway the hips here, so come high on the toes. Sway the hips to the left and to the right so that you can feel into that stretch on the side body all the way down to the hip. We're going to lift the right leg up and back once again. Reach it away, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knee, draw it in towards the chest, and step it through. If you need to set that left knee down first in order to do that, you can. But we're going to come to a high lunge. Reach the fingertips towards the earth. As you draw the shoulder blades back, collarbones reach forward, then take the arms up, high lunge. Bend a little more deeply into the knees. You can bring a little movement here. If that feels good, into the hip. And we're going to take that left hand down, right arm up. Deep breath in. Exhale, circle it back down, forward and up. Inhale. As it comes up, exhale to circle around. Inhale, and then go the other way. And arm straight up, reach it away. Activate that left leg, pressing the heel away. And then we'll bring the right hand down to frame that right foot. Step it back. You can drop knees, chest, chin, or bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog, yogi's choice. And then step it back to downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog. Pedal the feet. Sway the hips. And on an inhale, left leg engages, lift it up and back. Press the heel away, lengthen. Foot is flexed. Exhale, bend the knee, draw it into the chest, and step it through. Coming up to lift the torso. Maybe put a little bend in that right knee and then press through the heel to lengthen. But we're reaching the fingertips towards the earth, reaching the collarbones forward, belly drawing in like a vacuum. And then inhale to your high lunge. Maybe bend into the knees more deeply. Breathe. And on your next exhale, we'll take the right hand down, left arm opens. Breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale, circle it back down, forward and up. Inhale as the arm comes up. Exhale, circle it around. Inhale, hold here, and go the other way. Nice and leisurely. Feeling good here. Inhale, open and hold. Press through that right heel. Maybe bend into the left knee a little more. Feeling the stretch in the hips. And inhale. Exhale. Bring that left hand down. Frame the foot. Step it back. Bend elbows. Chaturanga. Or knees, chest, chin. Cobra or up dog. Press the hips back. Child's pose. Breathe. Connect to the breath. On an inhale, we're going to press up to our tabletop. We're going to take a moment line, arrange, tuck toes, lift knees, downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog. Send the sitting bones up towards the sky, and then maybe soften the heels towards the floor, feeling into the calves. Sway the hips side to side. On an inhale, right leg lifts up and back. This time, open the hip, bend the knee. Re-level the shoulders. Breathe. Lift the knee towards the sky. And exhale to re-square the leg before drawing the knee into the chest. Step it through. High lunge. But we're going to plant that left foot. Point it towards the top left corner of the mat at a 45-degree angle for Warrior One. Take the arms up. Breathe, bending into that right knee. Press into the knife edge of the left foot. Let's reach the hands back. Find a bind. Inhale, reach the fists toward the floor. Back bend as you're able. You can always skip it. And then dive the chest forward, diving your nose towards your toes. Keep this right hip squeezing underneath you. Reach the fists to the top of the mat. Grounding through the left side, knife edge of that left foot. Long deep breaths here. Let's release the hands. Take them down to frame the foot and step that left foot in a little more. Heel toe the right foot in alignment with the left. Lengthen the nose forward. Exhale, pyramid pose. Swivel the hips. Right hip swivels back, left hip swivels forward. Breathing and crawling down the shin. If you're feeling spacious enough, we'll take the twist. So I'll take my hand on top of the right foot, right arm comes up. Breathe. There's a lot going on here. You can have your hand on a block. I would be doing much better if I had mine, but we'll stay where we are. And returning to your pyramid pose. Let's bend the right knee, step the right foot back, drop the knees, chest, chin, or bend elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or up dog. Let's drop the knees, press back, take a child's pose. And on an inhale, returning to your tabletop, take a moment to align, tuck toes, lift knees, downward facing dog. Breathe, pedal the feet, sway the hips. Send the sitting bones up to the sky. Press the chest toward the thighs. Left leg lifts, open the hip. Bending the knee, stacking left hip over right. Press that left shoulder down even with the right. Lift the knee higher, higher and higher. Breathe. And then inhale, straighten, square the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, draw it in, step it through. Coming up first to high lunge. Bend both knees, and then send that right heel back. Step into the right foot now. With that 45-degree angle, Warrior One. Breathe, bending into the left knee, pressing into the outside edge of the right foot. Let's take the hands and bind behind the hips. Reach the fists towards the floor, taking your back bend. It might not look anything like mine. Exhale, chest comes forward. Reach the fists toward the top of the mat, reaching the nose towards the toes. Breathe. Keep this left hip swiveling underneath you. Let's release the hands, frame the foot, lengthen the nose forward. Exhale, bow down. Let the breath carry you deeper. as you feel invited to by your body. On an inhale, lengthen once again, and we'll plant our right palm. Take the left hand to the low back or extend it up. Twisted pyramid pose. Keep this right shoulder opening. Not sinking in. Inhale. Exhale, release. Bend the knee, plant the hand, step it back. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Twist back to child's pose. On an inhale, let's press up to tabletop. Take a moment to align and arrange your tabletop. We'll tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, send the sitting bones up, lengthen the spine. Maybe look towards your fingertips if that feels okay on the neck. Otherwise, just tuck the chin in, look past your knees. We'll lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, draw it in, and step it through. We're finding a high lunge first. Bend the left knee, and then send that left heel back. We're gonna open up to Warrior Two here. So you might like to walk your feet in or out, aligning heel to heel, knee right over the ankle. Let's reach the fingertips away from each other, actively drawing the shoulder blades together on the back. Let's flip the palms up and draw the shoulder blades a little closer, and then bring the palms back down, reach away. Breathe. Take your left hand down your left leg, right arm comes back, reverse warrior. You can gaze down to your left toes or your right fingertips. Breathe. Inhale, we'll return to our Warrior Two, and then check your alignment. We're gonna find our way into side angle. So right forearm on right thigh first, left hand to the low back. You can stay here, or you can take the fingertips down to the floor or foot. Left arm goes straight up, lengthen through the hip. Side body, maybe take that left arm up and over the ear line, bringing it forward. Breathe. Let's bring both feet down, come onto the left toes to find lizard pose. Active lizard first, unless you would really like to drop that left knee, you're welcome to. Breathe. Toes point forward, sinking the hips. You can circle a little bit here, finding space where you need it. Let's all of us set that left knee down and heel toe the right foot towards center and turn the toes up towards you, shifting the hips back for your Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits pose. Right hip swivels back, left hip swivels forward. Collarbones reach towards the toes. Breathe. Shoulder blades reaching back and down. Inhale to step into that foot, plant the hands, lift the left knee, step the right foot back. Take knees, chest, chin, or bend elbows, chaturanga. And come up to your cobra or up dog, lifting the knees, the thighs off the mat. And exhale, downward facing dog. Send the hips up and back. Pedal the feet. Sway side to side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, draw it in, step it through. High lunge. Press through that right heel. And now open up warrior two. Heel to heel alignment. Right toes pointing towards that top right corner of the mat. Knee right over the ankle. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lift the palms face up. Draw the shoulder blades together a little more. And then turn them back down. Reach away. Pressing the feet in opposite directions. Breathe. And then taking the left hand to the thigh, or left forearm to the thigh, right hand to the low back, and then finding your way into your side angle. Press into the right foot. Maybe take that right arm up and over the ear line. Lengthen. On an inhale, return, press into the left foot, return to your warrior two. Couple breaths. Find your right hand down the right leg, left arm up and over. No pressure on the knee. Both shoulders rotating back. And returning to your warrior two. And cartwheel the hands down. Come on to inside of the left foot, come onto the right toes. Active lizard. You're welcome to drop the right knee if you need to. Breathe into the hips, sink the hips. You can draw little circles. Keep those left toes pointing forward. And then we'll all set the right knee down, heel toe that left foot towards center, and maybe a little forward, making space to turn the toes towards you. Swivel the left hip back, right hip forward. Collarbones reaching towards the toes. Long, deep breaths. And then stepping into the left foot, plant the hands, lift the right knee, step the left foot back, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, drop the knees, press back, take a child's pose, connect to the breath. And from here, we're gonna find our way to a seat on the hips. We'll extend the left leg out to the left and draw the right ankle in. Inhale here, and reaching the chest forward. So you're sending the sitting bones back. Left foot is gently activated. Breathe. And then maybe crawl your way down as you feel invited to do so by your body. But keep the breaths long and deep. And if you can imagine tracing the breath along the muscle where you feel the stretch, that can feel very nice. On an inhale, look forward, walk yourself back up. Stick the right hand outside the right hip, left arm comes up, and we're twisting once again. And then release the right hand, reaches away. Feeling that stretch in the back body, the ribs. And then we're gonna come down to the inside of that left thigh. So you can take the hands together if that's helpful, or you can reach the left hand for that right ankle, reach the right arm up and over. Keep the chest rotating open so you get a stretch in that outer right hip. Inhale to come up halfway. We're gonna turn and extend the chest towards the toes, the left toes, left hand behind you to support you, and drawing the chest to the outside of that knee, calf, or ankle. Maybe gaze past your left hip. So deep twist in the low back. On an inhale, look at your toes, pull the belly in, find your way up. We'll take the right hand outside that right hip. Left arm comes up, we're popping up onto that right knee, left foot, right hand. Reach left fingertips away from the left foot, open up. And then release the hips back down to the floor, and we'll switch sides. So extend the right leg, bring the left foot in, round through the sitting bones. Gently flex those right toes up towards the sky, and sending the sitting bones back. Maybe lift up a little bit, and then walk it forward. Trying to stay even, but notice where you feel that stuckness, where that lack of movement, lack of expansion. Breathe into those spaces. Sitting bones grounding into the earth. They will pop up, just send them back down. One more deep breath. On an inhale, pull the belly in, walk yourself up. Take a left hand behind the left hip, right arm comes up and lengthen, and then twist. Gaze over left shoulder, pull the belly in. Holding on to that left knee with the right hand. See if you can reach that left arm up and over. And then finding your way to the inside of the right thigh, left arm reaching up and over. You can also have the hands in prayer for more support. Keep that left shoulder opening back. Rotate the chest toward the sky. Maybe you can reach your toes, maybe not today. Breathe. And on an inhale, bring yourself up. We'll turn the chest toward this extended right leg. Take the left arm up and then see if you can dive the chest to the outside of that leg. You won't really make it, but that's the direction we're trying to go. See if you can gaze past that right hip. Trace the muscles with the breath. And on an inhale, let's take that left arm, reach it up and over to the outside of the left hip, popping up onto the right foot, left knee, left hand, right arm reaches. Nice full side body stretch. And then set the hips down. We're gonna bring the feet together, knees apart for a butterfly stretch. So opening the soles of the feet, reach the belly button towards the toes, and then soften and round into your stretch. And on an inhale, pull the belly in, lengthen back up. We're going to bend the left knee, or sorry, left foot in towards the right hip, and then bring that right foot in towards the left hip with the knees stacked. You can have a blanket under the hips if that's challenging, and don't worry about if the knee is way up. See if you can just bring the feet towards the hips, soften, breathe. And then if you'd like more, you can bring the chest forward, holding over the knees. Wherever you are, notice your hips, send the breath to the spaces that need it. And on an inhale, pulling the belly in, come back up. We're going to take a little twist here. So we'll actually plant the right foot and draw that left foot in a little more. Take the right hand behind you, left arm comes up, and then bending, hooking the elbow, or you can squeeze the knee. Gaze over the right shoulder, draw the belly in. And then exhale to return, and we're gonna simply switch. So see if you can bring the right leg underneath. And again, stacking the knees, drawing the feet in towards the hips. You might stay here, just holding those feet in towards your hips, or you might come forward any amount. Breathe. Keep the sitting bones reaching into the earth. On an inhale, find your way up. Step that left foot down into the mat. Send the sitting bones down. And left hand behind you, right arm comes up. Either hooking the elbow past the knee, squeeze the knee, gaze over left shoulder. Breathe. From here, gently unfold back to center. Let's take the feet wide for a single wide leg forward fold. So again, grounding the sitting bones, toes point towards the sky, gentle activation in the legs. Maybe you stay here, maybe you walk it forward any amount. Soften here. Notice your breath. Watching the breath come in and watching the breath go out. Come on and inhale, draw the belly in, active toes, come on up. And then maybe help bend the knees, bring the legs together to roll onto the back. Roll onto our back, bring the knees into the chest, rock and roll side to side. Let's bring the right knee in, extend the left leg long, squeeze the right knee. Maybe open it out towards the right shoulder. Let's go ahead and see if we can find the outside of that right foot for half happy baby. You can step that left foot forward towards you if you need to. Bringing that right knee towards the armpit, towards the floor. And then we will step that left foot up so we can cross the right ankle over for a reclining pigeon. Open the right knee. If you'd like more, reach the hands through the legs. Bind with your shin or thigh. Breathe. You can rock here as well, if that feels good. And then release the left foot back down, uncross that right leg. Bring the left knee in, extend the right leg long. Hug and squeeze your knee. And you start to feel very open. You can start to take it towards that left shoulder maybe, towards the left armpit. I like to plant my right hand on my right hip, grounding it down. And then see if you can find the outside of that left foot. Draw the knee towards the floor, towards the armpit. The foot faces straight up towards the sky with resistance. And then step that right foot up, cross the left ankle over, open the left knee. And if that's enough, stay here. If you'd like more, reach the hand through the legs, bind with the knee or thigh, draw it towards the chest. And then releasing that right foot down, uncross the legs. From here, we're going to take a bridge pose. And then possibly a wheel. So you'll either take one bridge and then one wheel, or you'll take two bridges. Have your feet nice and close to your hips. See if you can reach your fingertips to your heels. Maybe bend the elbows, reaching the fingertips towards the sky, pressing the elbows into the earth. Press the feet, lift the hips, press the elbows, lift the upper back, maybe bind underneath. Breathe, lift the hips, draw the knees towards each other, keep a space under your chin. Don't let the knees splay open. One more breath. Exhale, gently re-articulate the spine onto the mat and prepare yourself to rest before your bridge pose or your full wheel. So taking a couple breaths here, you can windshield wiper the knees and finding your way to prepare for bridge. Feet close to the hips, maybe bend the elbows, pressing the feet into the mat. Finding your bridge or taking the hands to either side of the head and press up when you're ready. Maybe place the crown of the head on the floor, readjust. Breathe. Oh, that feels so good. And when you're ready, you can set the head down, roll out of the neck. Find your way back to your tent pose. So we're tenting the knees here, and then we'll windshield wiper the knees. So I'm going to take a pretty deep twist here. You can take the same or a simpler twist. So you can either cross the leg over and double bind, if you can find that, or we'll just have the knees together and roll over to the side if that's not accessible for you. So crossing that right leg over, take the arms out into a T, and then maybe shift the hips over to the right, knees drop to the left. You can guide them with the left hand. Keep the right shoulder grounding. And breathe. Maybe allowing the knees to fall further to the left for a deeper stretch. And then helping the knees back to center, uncross the legs. Readjust yourself on your mat if you need to. I'm going to cross this left leg over, hook and bind the knees, press into my right foot, shift the hips to the left, arm extends out to the left. Maybe guide the knees, left shoulder grounding. Breathe. Take one more deep breath here. Ground the left shoulder, maybe draw the knee down towards the floor. Then gently unravel, bring the knees back into the chest. We'll give them one last squeeze, bring the nose to the knees. Take a deep breath here. Maybe squeeze any remaining energy you have out. Then we'll extend long for Shavasana, or take whichever Shavasana you prefer. You can have your feet together. You can have your legs lifted onto the bolster, whatever you like. We'll be here for about a minute. So staying out of thoughts, noticing your breath, and just letting everything be. You're welcome to stay here as long as you like. If you'd like to come out with me, you can roll the ankles, the wrists a few times, and roll over to one side in a fetal position. Taking a few breaths here before pressing yourself to your seat in your own way, in your own time. I'll take this opportunity to thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this vlog, please consider subscribing, click the like button, and we'd love to see you again. Namaste.